So let's come on and start. Join me, grab your props, whatever you feel you might need, or what's more comfortable for you. Always remembering to really personalize your practice the way you need to. So whatever props, whatever positions that I'm teaching, feel free to mellow it out or take little micro doses of some pose that might be different or unfamiliar to you. It's just a better way of learning something in your body and giving yourself that time to absorb something that feels new or that's unfamiliar. And treat your body well, right? It deserves that at least. So let's come on to a comfortable seat. Grow nice and tall in your spine where you feel supported, you feel grounded. And you're not holding your spine tall with any strain. So take a few breaths to do that. Breathing in for length, for space. Just kind of open up everything. As you exhale, find that support of the ground. Ground yourself. Find that bedrock of continuity for your practice. Soften those shoulders down and back. And let's take one more nice deep breath in. Maybe humming the breath out as you breathe out. Letting yourself just kind of gather in, smooth everything out. And this is just a great place to begin. Okay, give yourself time to get there. And again, personalize your practice in any way. And that also means to fire it up. So feel free to always press the pause button after a sequence that I might teach that you might feel, yeah, I got this and I could go with this, and and just pause and do the sequence in your time, maybe at a little quicker of a pace, or maybe adding something into it. So it can go both ways. Let's take one more breath in together. Bringing the palms to the heart, open up wide and exhale. Let yourself reside in that space of stillness, of support, of connection. Okay, and we're going to start standing today. All right. We'll find our way into Tadasana pose. Okay, squeeze up the kneecaps, drop the tailbone down so we feel that little resist in the low belly. From here, lift the chest nice and tall, soften the shoulders down the back. And let's take one more nice deep breath in to explore that space. And exhale to ground a little deeper. All right, we begin with reaching the arms up, dropping the gaze down to a point that's going to hold our gaze, a drishti. Okay, keep your gaze soft, and we're going to use the fist to pull up. We're going to go off the heels now. Breathing in, go up. Squeeze everything into that midline, and as you exhale, you're going to stay on your toes, grow taller, but let your arms float down. Belly firm. The inhale is going to float the arms back up, and we're going to slowly lower the heels down. Good. Big breath here. Go up. And then exhale, we're going to take the fists behind. If you can't hold your fists behind you, you can always use a strap. Inhale, widen out. So pull the arms strongly behind you to widen out your chest, and then sink the chest, roll the chest towards the thighs as you bend your knees. Drop the head. Take a breath where you are. You can bring a little mobilization to the shoulder blades on your back. And sliding them around. Getting that blood flowing. Good, we're going to come back up. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to reach the fist forward again. We're going to step the feet out.
a little bit wider than hip distance. And we're gonna reach the fists up again, and you're gonna release the pointer fingers. You're gonna look up, gaze at your pointer fingers. We're gonna go around to the right side. Big, big circles here. Bend your knees when you need to. Drop your gaze towards your right foot. And sweep your fingertips along the floor. Scrape them through center over to the left foot and all the way back up. Really spilling out into the ribs, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. Nice and slow so you really feel every increment of movement, so you can find those spaces where things feel tight, where things feel rigid or stiff or just tired. And pull up, get yourself a little bit taller, and we'll go to the left side. And pull down, really kind of spill this stretch now into the back of the waist, more into the side ribs, and go up. And one last time to go to the right side. Working with your breath, making the breath compatible with what and how the body is moving. Good. Nice deep breath in. Good, and then walk the feet closer together and take an exhale and pour over your legs. First forward fold we have now, just turn to the side. Inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. We're gonna step the left foot back and lower the knee down. Lean into your right, or lean into your left hand. We're gonna twist to the right. We're gonna reach the right arm all the way forward and up. So again, mobilizing that shoulder blade. Good. We'll take 2 more spins around, reaching. Good, making the reach of the arm sharp, but letting there be a feeling of fluidity through the shoulder blade. And one more time like that. And opening up the chest a little bit more maybe. Good, and lowering it down. We're gonna take an inhale here, and as you exhale, we're just gonna take a little bow. Inhale up, exhale and bow. Inhale, go up, back, you can lift, extend out through the back heel if you like, exhale and go into your bow with the back leg lifted. And we go up, we're gonna take a step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, and we fold into the legs. Let's go back with the right knee now, dropping the right knee down, pressing into the right hand. We'll go into those reaches that pull us into the twist towards the left, and continue. Pull into the breath, let the breath spill, your ribs open. Opening up the chest a little wider, if that feels good to you. And then both hands come down, prop yourself up, maybe on your fingertips and the back toes, and come forward, taking a bow. Opening up into the lunge a little bit, and bow. Lifting the back knee, this one, maybe, and keeping that extension as you bow forward. Pressing into the hands, we're gonna step the left foot back. And we'll find plank pose. We'll start on the knees with the toes tucked up. Go long through the waist. Exhale and take a little dip down. Push up and lower down. Keeping the collarbones broad, belly firm, push up, lower down. Push up and push back, child's pose here. Inhale into your cobra, scraping the chest forward, scraping the toenails back, lifting the kneecaps. Baby cobra here. Hang out and just ride on your breath. Use the inhale to get a little bit more momentum through the chest wall. And bringing it down into the ribs, the upper belly. Exhale, and then tuck the toes. We'll go up and back to our first downward dog, taking time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the heels nice and high, go up into the hips. Exhale, use the strength of the arms to push the hips back. Landing in the heels. Let's go up, inhale. Push back, exhale. Go up, inhale. Exhale and go back, stay back. Maybe if your heels are not down, you can just really press more weight back towards your heels. Really firm your quads. One more breath in. Nice slow release of breath out. And we're gonna pick up the heels, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees generously. Pick yourself forward. Breathing in for length. Exhale and fold into your legs. Just seeing where the body is in your forward fold here. Rock the hips a little forward into the inner balls of your feet and then back into your heels. Inhale, let's rise up. Big breath, let's lock in to those fists. Nice fist pull off the heels on your inhale. Go up. Exhale, stay up, float the arms down. Inhale, reverse, heels down, arms float up. Big breath here. Take the fists around, exhaling. Pull the arms, open the chest, breathe in. Exhale, and we breathe out. Lowering down. Reach the arms down. Good, we're going to take a step back with the left foot. High lunge, breathe in here. Exhale and take your bow. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale and take your bow. Riding into a twist to our right on our inhale breath. Pulling that right hip back. And then exhale, flattening the back foot, coming into our warrior two pose, facing the left. Keeping the right knee aligned over the right toes. And then straighten the front leg. Keep the joints soft for a moment. Just let everything kind of flow through. Just kind of flush the energy through the body. And then do that warrior two. Reimagine it, refine it. Good, shoulders down the back, chest is open and lifted. Beautiful, straighten the front leg. And hips back, right arm forward, triangle pose. Inhale, come up. Take a twist with your triangle, reaching for the right leg. You can use a block here if you like. You can keep your right hand at your right hip, just tugging that right hip back, keeping the legs really fired up. Spine as long as you turn, wrapping the left side, waist to the right. Keeping the neck in line with the spine. You don't want to drop the head out of the alignment. One more breath in. Exhale, both hands reach down. You can use blocks on either side of your forward foot. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale for space for late. And exhale and fold. Inhale, crawling the chest forward, softening the shoulders. Exhale and fold. Stepping the back foot up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and take your fold. We'll go to the opposite side now, stepping the right foot back. We're going to take an inhale and find that high lunge. And exhale and take your bow. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale and take your bow. Driving into the twist to the left side now, inhaling. Good, opening up. And exhale and coming in, facing the right side now, finding that warrior two. And sinking down, really sit down in the pose. Try and parallel that front thigh with the floor. Opening, beautiful, nice, wide wingspan here. Let's just flush it out. Let the energy move. Let the fluids of the body move. Good, and refine the pose. Shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, get a little lower. Reach a little wider. Good, straightening up. We go forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Lifting that right quad and kneecap, or left quad, left kneecap up. Good, find a little bit more length and then lower. Hand can come to a block. Keep a broadness across the hip points. And then pull yourself up and turn towards the front. Inhale here, exhale, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Good, maybe the left knee needs to bend a little. There's a lot of load going forward in this twist, so be cautious through the joints. Turning the abdomen towards the left, evening out the hips. Maybe the left arm goes up, doesn't have to. Breathing in for space, breathing out, reaching for the floor, coming into that pyramid pose on your exhale breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. One more to lengthen. And exhale and take a fold into your legs. We're going to step the left foot back. Find your plank. Knees can be up for this plank. So feel free to find a plank that you can enjoy that's challenging enough, but not overly challenging. And if a plank, sometimes we really build endurance for planks, those of you that have a regular practice. So try to find something that kind of agitates and causes a little bit more of a disturbance in the plank, something that you can kind of work with and that will bring that endurance a little bit out of the familiar zone for you. So for me, I like to actually walk the feet further back. Walk the toes further back. And start to lengthen the plank. And this really starts to build into that. You can also do a little bit of dips side to side. This again creates agitation that you have to work against. So just finding some fun to build more and more endurance. Create a little bit more strength instead of just being happily, in your basic plank. And then we start to lower down. Knees can always tap down first. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips up and back. We're gonna go from down dog to up dog on the toes. So inhale, spill it all forward, rippling through the spine, dropping the weight of the hips down, but really picking the chest up. And then exhale, taking it back to down dog. And 2 more. And back. Nice work, everyone. Let's step to the top of the mat, however you would like. Lengthen on the inhale, exhale, fold in, rising up, take a big breath. Make those fists. We're going to pull off the heels, go up, lower down the arms, exhale, and still continue to get taller. And then lower down the heels, fists go up, bend the knees, go into your chair squat. Stay in your chair squat, fingertips to the ears, and we stick the butt out. We bring a back bend, so fire up all the spinal muscles. Exhale, reverse that. Hug the tailbone underneath you, bring the elbows toward your knees. Let's do that again. Inhale. Fire it all up. Exhale, squeeze it in. One more. It's really raining here. It's crazy. I'm glad I didn't ride my bike today. Pull it in. Beautiful. And then bring the arms forward and up. Save the hips down and back. One more nice inhale in. And exhale. Reach for the floor. Then step back through a plank, any version of plank. Lower down. Riding the breath on the inhale, finding your back bend of choice. Exhale. Down dog. Bring a little bit more weight to the inner hands. Wow, it's really pouring. For New Mexico, that's really saying something, everyone. Right leg lifts. Right knee bends. And step it forward. This is how it is. Inhale. coming forward, stepping the foot forward. Coming into that high lunge. Exhale, take your bow. Okay, now we're going to add those squeegees of the pelvis. So take the fingertips to the ears, open the elbows nice and wide. Flatten the low back spine as that right knee tucks the tailbone underneath you, squeezing the low belly in. And then exhale, open the chest, kick out through the right heel. 2 more like that. Squeeze in. Exhale, open it out, push it out. Squeeze in. Open it out. Lift the arms, breathe in. And warrior 2, breathing out, settling in. Inhale, we lift up, and we'll go into that skandasana, pulling into the right leg. This can be a lot higher too. You can use your hands, always work into the bent leg to lift up. Going right into our Trikonasana. Inhale. Going up, turning. Twisting, finding the revolved triangle pose. On my left knee, I need a little more support before it fires up completely. So I go into the turn with that knee slightly bent. Then maybe eyes start to straighten. Pulling that left hip back. Both hands down. Exhaling into our pyramid. Tucking the left hip back. Balancing the weight across the hips evenly. Inner ball of left hip pressing. Working with a different variation now. Hands behind, walking behind on the finger pads. Keeping that left hip back. Starting to bend the right knee, lifting the right foot. Tuck the right knee forward, scoop the belly. Dropping down, inhale. Exhale and fold. Riding the breath, taking it through any bridge flow that you would like. And exhale, let's take a moment in child's pose, child's position wherever you are. Pouring rain here in New Mexico. This is crazy. It's not even monsoon season yet. We've gotten a lot of rain, which is doing wonders, and it's a marvel. I love it. So this is a beautiful kind of soundscape for our practice today. So just kind of stabilizing, recovering your breath in your child's pose. Just let yourself get back to that kind of set point, whatever that is for you, whatever natural breath that you come to, and you can stay there and just feel at home in. That's basically your set point. Effort and ease is really combined into one kind of solid feeling of just being in your bedrock. One more breath where you are. Exhale everything out. And we're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to come back and up into our down dog. Good. Flowing through that sequence, and then we'll add on to it.
All right, let's lift the right leg up and back. Open up the hip. Step the right foot forward. Inhale one time, lift the arms, high lunge. Exhale, take your bow. One time with the elbows wide, breathing in. Exhale, scoop the tailbone underneath you, flatten that low back. Squeeze it all in. Open it out into your warrior two on your inhale breath. Reach up. Create that expanse through the arms. Exhale, find your skandasana. You can lower into skandasana, take an internal rotation of that left hip, turning towards the right. Come back out. Triangle pose. Just flowing from one posture to the next with that very steady, smooth breath. Inhaling, preparing, exhaling, and finding your twist, Ardha Trikonasana. Good. Breathing in, breathe out, Parsvottanasana, or otherwise known as pyramid. One time to do the flamingo version of pyramid, keeping the right hip pulled back, lifting that left knee forward and in, dropping down, inhaling into a low lunge here. Deep breath. And exhale, and take your bow and your low lunge down. Left hand down. We're gonna pull now the hips back. And then pressing to the left hand, you're going to lift that right leg and take it back behind you. Okay, so we're in more or less a version or a modification of side plank here. Good. Opening up the chest, lifting the right arm, pouring the right arm forward, opening up the whole arc of the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pick up your left leg. Squeeze it up. Lower down, take a moment, inhale. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Maybe point the leg out. Maybe tap the leg, maybe hold the foot, maybe sweep the left leg forward into Vishva Uttanasana. This is a fun shape to play with. So if you're not there yet, you just work on lifting the weight of the leg and working the two anchors of your left arm and your right leg. And this is going to build into the strength that you need to fully lift the leg. We can also bend the back knee, tucking it right behind your left foot. Slide the left hand back. And what you'll do is work on the back knee instead for the same pose. Threading the left leg out to the right, maybe holding. And then work the pose this way. Keeping under that right arm, arcing through the right side body. The only thing that changes is that you create a little bit more support by being on the back knee. Okay, so think about that if you want to add that in to our next go round. So take the leg down. We'll go back one breath in child's pose. Sweep the arms back, relax the shoulders, drop the head. Big breath into the back of the waist. Flare the waist out as you breathe in, kind of filling the area of your low back with your breath. Exhale, completely breathe out. So breathe out so much that you end up squeezing at the bottom of that exhale. And then bring the hands forward.
Lift the legs up and take them back. Okay, right away we'll go to the left side now. Left leg lifts. Press the chest back. Work on the structure of the right leg to lift the left leg more. Bend the knee of the left leg. Open it up. Step it forward. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, take a bow. Wide elbows, breathe into that back bend, especially in the upper back, and then exhale, flatten your low back as you scoop that tailbone, squeeging into your pelvis. And then right away, we're gonna open out into our warrior two, sitting down, staying wide in the chest wall out to the fingertips, coming up, going down into our skandasana. And then maybe going way down, maybe sitting down, take the internal rotation of the right knee, turning to the left. And then come out of it. Lifting up, preparing for Trikonasana. Coming up, preparing for Pavarita Trikonasana. Again, see how I slightly bend into that left knee that needs a little more support. Down into Parsvottanasana. Squeeze those hips back. Work into the inner balls of your big toes. And then changing it up a little bit. That modification. Keep the left hip squeezing back, lighten up on your right foot. Squeeze the right knee forward, heel up. Lower down, drop down, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, take your bow. Coming back into our half Hanuman. And then we're gonna lift up. Press into your right hand. We're gonna lift up that leg and step it back. Okay, so working into that Vishwamitrasana, but we'll work through very particular progressions. Okay, so reach the arms and open up the whole left side arc. Reach up, inhale, exhale, pick up the weight of the right leg. So maybe it's just this, maybe you lift the knee up. So work where you need to work. Don't be afraid to being where you need to be. Pick it up on your exhale, so use the power of that exhale breath. Maybe kick it out, maybe slide it out. You can find kind of a version of a falling triangle. You can use both hands here. We'll start to get at least the hip mobility happening. Or if you like, you can hold the outer right foot now with your left hand and lengthen out for this Vishwamitrasana. Use the other version on the back knee if you need to. And we're going to go back into our down dog. Take an inhale breath and an exhale, lift those hips up, push them back. And coming forward, we're going to drop right into that chair squat. Inhale. Use those strong fists. Now we're going to do a little bit of, could be challenging for some, especially if you have stiff ankles too. And then we're going to lift up on the heels and go up. Reach up, belly back, go down. Keep those abs firm. Knees are pointing straight ahead. Use the hinges of your hip, the hinges of your ankles, your knees, and then let the knees tap down. Good, undo, point the feet behind you, sit down if you can, lean back. Take a little baby camel. Fingers pointed towards the feet. Open up the chest. Open the throat if it feels good. We're going to reverse back out of this. Bring the fist forward. Lean forward. Sit up on your shins. Tuck your toes behind you. Reach the arms forward to keep your weight balanced as you come back onto your heels and pull up. Pull off your heels. Inhale. Exhale, keep the arms lifted, go down. Scoop that navel in. Tailbone long. Tap the knees down. Keep the toes tucked for this camel. Camel can be done in so many variable ways. So maybe you want to keep the hands, the back of the hips, the back rim of the hips to push the hips forward. Lift the chest up and then lean the shoulders back. So the really important component is the lift up through the chest wall because you want the extension through the low back spine. We don't want to just push the hips forward and go back in the low back. So that's really kind of bringing a lot of force into the lumbar. Right? We want to go up and distribute the back bend all along the arc of the spine. So really build into the awareness of pouring forward and up with the chest. Out of the support of the legs. And in this case, if the toes are tucked, the toes as well. Maybe release the arms, keeping the chest lifted through the energy of the legs, the support of the spinal muscles, and maybe reach back. Refine the pose by continually lifting the chest wall. By pouring out of your heart, beaming up and out. Take a breath in and just kind of hum it out to just bring the nervous system down. And it really helps to let you sense the whole release of the nervous system and also the beautiful nourishment of a back bend. Okay. And finally, we're gonna come forward. We're gonna go in reverse. All right, see that little trick? And then come up, pull off your heels. And go down. One last time. Stay with it. This is so strengthening for your ankles, everyone. And listen, all your joints. Good. This time we're gonna widen the knees apart. We're gonna keep the heels lifted. We're gonna plant the hands for a crow or maybe a crow prep. Wherever you're at, you're just using this time to kind of formulate the foundation for this arm balance. Bend the elbows slightly, lift the seat up, and just push your legs forward into the backs of your upper arms. Okay? Coming onto your toes. See if you can really go up, like lower your arms down to your shins so your knees are really high up, and come onto your tippy toe mounds. Just keep your gaze soft and forward, squeeze up. Good, maybe we can do toe taps to the wrists or even to the forearms, push down. These are compression taps. See if we can do 2 more. Scoop that belly, tap, and then take it down. Nice work, everyone. Let's come down now, all the way down. You're gonna turn towards the front, or I'm gonna turn towards the front. Hopefully you're already there. The rain is starting to chill out. All right, we're gonna open up the inner legs a little bit. Okay, we did a lot of kind of squeezing and working with more of the side body, so we'll do a little bit to open up the adductors. Okay, this doesn't have to be your widest, and you can always sit on blankets or a little bit of a height behind you. Take your hands to your 2 frontal hip points and just kind of roll them, spill them forward, and just kind of squeeze your sit bones back and out so you get a really nice wide base of support here. We're going to use those fists again. Release the index finger. You're going to go up, press your sit bones down, press the backs of your legs down. We're going to start to the right side. So just like we did from standing. Take it slow and pause into that right oblique. Fire it up. Keep the weight balanced from your right to your left, and then start to turn towards the right leg. Sweep down and across, over towards the left. Start to come up and then turn your chest forward so we get into that left oblique. Pause, squeeze down into your right hip, don't let it lighten. And pull up, go up. Press down evenly into both of your legs to go up through the spine. Lengthen your low back spine and go to the left side now. Really try to slow this down. Hold it here into that oblique. Squeeze. And then come out of it. Reach towards your left toes. Swing the arms. Maybe the fingers scrape. They don't have to. They can be floating. Go over to the right side. Reach. Get that left hip anchored. And then start to turn to face forward, reaching through the support of the arms, off the support of the legs, hold into that right oblique, and slowly lift up. Go up for one more inhale breath, and exhale, and we're gonna come down and forward, just sliding the hands away from you, really reaching out through the arms. Letting yourself melt into every exhale. Really use the exhales, exploit the exhale breath. And slowly walk the hands back. Oh, look at that, the rain shower finally ended. The sun is returning, y'all, and oh my gosh, that was enjoyable, especially when you live in a drought-affected country or state. Sometimes this does feel like a country to me. All right, we're gonna come onto the backs now. So get yourself down nice and slow. Use that kind of core control to come down. Step your heels in. Feet parallel. We'll go up into our first bridge pose. And press into the back of your skull. I have a ponytail that's kind of impeding that. So just kind of move your ponytails out of the way. Walk your shoulders in. You can make that big strong fist that we were working with before underneath you, and walk yourself onto your outer upper arms. Good. Outer shoulders. Press into the back of your head. Press into your outer shoulders. Press into your 2 feet and lift higher. Woo, like a wave of breath going through the whole front body. And slowly lower yourself down. Undo the arms to lower down. Good. Flatten your spine. Take a big breath with your both hands at your belly. Breathing in to kind of gauge that nice kind of swelling, that rising of the belly. And exhale, you push out the air. Flattening that low back curve right into the floor. It feels so nice. Good, and then just release, let your spinal curves return to normal. We're gonna go up into a bridge pose, but it's not gonna be a bridge for a back bend. It's just gonna be a lifting of the hips. All right, so there should be a straight line up from your knees back to your shoulders, straight line. So not an arched back here. Walk your knees in there a little, they can be a little closer for this. We're gonna point the right toes and lift the right inner knee next to the left inner knee. And this is our starting position. We're gonna do 3, lifting the leg up, pointing the leg to the ceiling, opening it out to the right side. Maybe it comes all the way down, maybe it doesn't. And then circling it back and forward, and then lifting it back to that starting position. We'll do 2 more. Up, out, use the press of your arms for support. Back to starting, really working that left glute and hip. Back, last one, and then bend that right knee. Just take a moment, and then we'll go to the opposite side. Point the left toes, inner knees kissing. Okay, keep your weight evenly distributed, and we'll start, go up. Point those toes out to the side. Sweep it forward. Lift it back to starting. 2 more. Big, generous movements here. Last one. Beautiful. Bend both knees. Lower down. Both hands to your lower belly. Take a breath in. Feel the rise. Exhale. Flattening it all out. Squeezing all the air beneath your skin. That's between your skin and the mat. Making that beautiful contact. Good, and release. You can grab a block for lifting your legs up, or if you want to go into a shoulder stand variation, you don't need a block. You can lift off the block, or you can simply have the base of a block for a nice firm foundation underneath your sacrum. And just let your legs lift quietly up for a gentle inversion. Clearing the stagnation out of the lower limbs, the ankles. We worked a lot today, the strength of the ankles. Of course, the knees, the hips are always, everything's related, right? And then if you like, you can lift off. Go up into any variation. It could always be a softer variation where you're a little bit more angled. You can go straight up, depending what you feel like today. And I'm going to pull up and then go into Halasana. Walking again the shoulders a little bit more down away from the feet. And maybe your feet are just kind of hanging out, and that's fine as well. This is a pose that you really want to work on your breath and the feeling of smoothness and regularity through the breath cycle. Let it be an opening for the whole posterior chain. Take that breath if you like. And you can lower down when you're ready. We'll go into a variation, move your block out of the way. Move into a variation of fish pose, Matsyasana. So you can start with your knees bent. Arms along your side. In fact, lift your hips enough so you can tuck your palms underneath your hips and weight your palms down. Weight your hands down. You should feel the weight right at the wrist creases. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna use the inhale to lift your chest up. So start picking the back ribs off the floor, the shoulder blades off the floor, pushing your elbows down into the floor, forearms, hands, and slide your heels away from you
as you slide onto the back of your head and turn your gaze to face behind you. And just breathe. Maybe that beautiful hum comes back. Really flush up your chest wall, really open it up. Okay, just think of that sunburst of energy through your heart, out in every direction. Make your legs a little heavier, a little stiffer to hold this pose, giving you more support from the legs. And then when you're ready, slide the head back into place. Keep the natural curve of the neck as you do that. And then walk your feet in, keep your knees pointed to the ceiling. One more breath into the belly. Hands to guide. Hands actually for feedback. Exhale, press all the air out from underneath you. And then you are going to grab that block again. Last thing, we'll just continue with a little bit of a softer opening of the inner thighs, the inner groins, and we'll just do a butterfly pose on that flat block. And just kind of work your spine, so you might need to walk out your low back a little bit, so the curve of your low back isn't completely exaggerated. You want it to be a natural curve, but you don't want it to be overly aggressive. And press into the arms just a little bit to puff up your chest and give a little tuck of your shoulder blades underneath that broadness of your chest. So you have a little bit more support there. Your arms and shoulders can completely relax. Your breath is nicely open, unobstructed. Any other little micro adjustments you might need to do, feel free. You might want to rock your head side to side a little bit to get the right feel of placement for your skull. Your skull can even tip off to the side. And my teacher is Ramaswamy. This is the way we do Shavasana in his Vinyasa Krama class. We just tip our head off to the side because we really don't want to hold the head so steady that we're really activating too many muscles into the neck. So this just is really kind of a clue that, yeah, my neck muscles are pretty relaxed here. It is fine, you don't have to do this, but you might find it nice. Very soothing, cooling exhale breaths. And use your inhale breath as a little peek into that awareness. All right, open up that eye of your awareness on your inhale breaths. Let your body, let your mind, let your breath kind of show you what needs to be seen or heard. Feel free to stay on the block if you like, or you can just kind of bend your knees and take the feet and kick the block out and away from you. And you can end the final few minutes just flat out on your back in your Shavasana and let the long bones of your legs just roll apart. Do the same with the bones of your arms. Let everything roll out and away. Maybe the palms can face up, and you just feel this whole sense of receptivity. Every cell in your body is lit up with this feeling of awakeness. It's just absorbing from the energy all around you.
are not one and apart, but we are one and one part of a whole. So we are not separated from that wholeness. We are an integrated part of that beautiful wholeness. Just take your last few breaths and breathe that wholeness all through your body and bring you into the state of just sublime release and feeling whole and complete exactly as you are now. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.